Actress Blake Lively and her first dragon Ryan Reynolds marriage might not be as picture perfect as we once thought. And now, after this latest situation, fans are now peeling back the mask and things are not okay. Based on the proof y'all are about to see, it is no wonder why people are seriously questioning if they are headed for a split. Not only that, y'all, but things are getting worse for Taylor Swift in this Blake Lively mess because of her involvement, which was way deeper than she cares to admit. And not even taking a break from their friendship can save her right now. You won't believe how she plotted with Blake this whole time just because she was lonely, single, and bored. There is so much to unpack, guys, and so without any further ado, let's get right into it. All right, for context, Ryan and Blake have always been known for their playful roasting, but lately it's starting to feel less like love and more like low-key resentment. Concerned people took it upon themselves to break down Ryan's humor, and let's just say it is not sitting right with a lot of people. The constant jokes at Blake's expense, the subtle digs masked as sarcasm, fans are side-eyeing this entire dynamic, wondering if there's more to it than just couples banter. Now, let's rewind for a sec. Blake and Ryan were once seen as Hollywood's golden couple, funny, charming, and seemingly unbreakable. Their social media interactions were hilarious. The way they trolled each other was kinda iconic. But looking at it now, people are realizing that a lot of Ryan's so-called humor actually paints Blake as the punchline rather than his partner. And honestly, y'all, when does just joking cross the line into something deeper? One clip in particular is making the rounds, Ryan joking about using Blake as a human shield. Y'all, not him literally saying on national television that if they were ever under attack, he would throw Blake in the line of fire to protect their child. Now, of course, people laughed it off at the time, but looking back, it's giving weird energy. Like, why was that even a joke?
I used to say to her, I would take a bullet for you. I could never love anything as much as I love you. I would say that to my wife. And then the second I looked in that baby's eyes, I knew in that exact moment that if we were ever under attack, I would use my wife as a human shield to protect that baby.
It's not just that. There's been a pattern of Ryan publicly downplaying Blake. On her birthday, instead of making a sweet post like any normal husband, there's a time he tweeted this. Just wanted to wish Billy Ray Cyrus the most special, magical birthday ever. I love you with all my heart. Also, happy birthday, Blake. Guys, this was on Blake's actual birthday. Like, he has this habit of mentioning Blake as an afterthought. Like, oh yeah, happy birthday to my wife too. Be so serious right now. The way social media dragged him for that was honestly deserved. But here's where things get extra messy. People are starting to put two and two together and noticing that Ryan might have a history of wanting to be the bigger star in the relationship. Remember, he was married to Scarlett Johansson before, and sources claim he didn't like that she was just as successful as him. Now with Blake, it's like he wants to be the funny, cool one while she's just there. And let's not forget the Justin Baldoni situation. This whole legal battle they're in has people wondering if there was some underlining personal tensions there too. As it is, word is that Ryan threw a major tantrum because according to him, Blake and Justin got too close and he hated it, especially because he was far from home shooting Deadpool and Wolverine. The streets are talking, y'all. At the end of the day, whether these two are actually headed for a split or just dealing with some tension, one thing is clear. This dynamic is not looking like hashtag couple goals anymore. And if fans are picking up on all of this, you just know that something is up behind the scenes. Their seemingly crumbling marriage aside, Blake's second dragon and former friend Taylor Swift is in the thick of Baldoni's lawsuit, you guys. Oh, by the way, I'm saying former friend because for those who didn't have internet access, Taylor announced stepping back from their friendship because apparently she did not appreciate how much her name got intertwined in the It Ends With Us saga all the way to court. Like, people can no longer overlook the fact that Taylor Swift is some innocent bystander in all of this. The receipts are out and it looks like Taylor has been a major part of the puzzle from the jump, and now that the heat is on, she is scrambling to play the victim. Without wasting time, let's get into the facts, because the way that she has allegedly played into this entire takedown, clearly she and the Reynolds family underestimated Justin Baldoni. So first off, people have noted that that their little friendship circle has been moving funny. Swifties can attest that Taylor kept her love life super private, literally moving like a ghost, until April 2023 when things really started getting sketchy following her breakup with Joe Alwyn after 5 whole years of laying low. So now the breakup happens and suddenly Taylor is everywhere. And guess who's right there with her? Blake and Ryan. Stay with me, loves. This will all make sense shortly. This particular rebranding moment post-breakup was suspiciously timed with what we now know was the beginning of a serious smear campaign. Let's break it down because behind the scenes, the gears were turning against Baldoni. Now, let's talk about the real power play here. Taylor Swift is not just some celebrity floating through life, she's a media powerhouse. The kind of influence she has is on a whole different level. Like, for sure, some industry insiders have been whispering about how much control she really has over media narratives. Taylor has the kind of power to push a story when she wants it pushed or silence something and it completely disappears. Don't forget the New York Times took a massive risk with the hit piece on Baldoni. A risk that wouldn't make sense unless someone with real weight was backing it. And as much as Ryan Reynolds is a Hollywood darling, he does not have that kind of power to instruct the publishers to push a particular narrative. The way this all lined up, it's giving one conclusion: Taylor was in it, whether directly or indirectly. Maybe she had the connections, maybe she gave the green light, maybe she just sat back and let it happen while enjoying the show, but innocent? Please, that's a stretch. And now that the heat is turning up, Taylor is running damage control, making sure that her hands look clean while Blake and Ryan take the fall. Classic move. And the craziest part is that it's working. The same media she can control is now doing backflips to make sure that she doesn't get dragged into it. But we see the breadcrumbs and they all lead back to Taylor's doorstep. And y'all, if you thought this mess couldn't get any messier, buckle up because we are now in full-blown scandal mode. Now, let's rewind a bit. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds didn't just throw a couple of shade moments here and there. No. They went full on Justin Baldoni, and here's why people are convinced Taylor was in on it. See, Taylor Swift is famous for including hidden messages, clues, or references, which she low-key places in her projects for fans to discover. It's like an inside joke or secret detail meant for her fans to pay close attention. For example, she does sneaky little credit changes, like the time that she gave Joe Alwyn a fake name in her song credits, so fans had to play detective. Now, guys, what are the odds that Blake and Ryan pulled the same move in the It Ends With Us credits as a mere coincidence? If you check out the names Blake decided to special thanks to, you'll notice the name Gordon Reynolds. Now, who is Gordon Reynolds? Exactly. That name means nothing until you check the Deadpool credits where they use the same alias for Nice Pool. For those who are lost, Nice Pool is a controversial character in Deadpool who is believed to be used to mock Justin Baldoni. Sources say that even though the character was created way before Blake and Justin's fallout, the scenes involving Nice Pool were shot late in the game following the November 2023 conclusion of the SAG-AFTRA strike. Y'all, they straight up used Justin Baldoni's own movie to mock him. The level of petty here is Olympic tier. Bear in mind that this happened when the three would hang out together a lot and the beef between Justin and Blake was at an all-time high. It's understandable that people strongly believe Taylor may have suggested they use her standard Easter eggs technique to shade Baldoni and loves. That's how the name Gordon Reynolds ended up in the It Ends With Us credits. On top of that, Taylor also hyped up Deadpool and Wolverine like it was her own project. On Instagram, she went off about how much Ryan put into the film, calling it a joy portal and all that. Meanwhile, this is the same film that had her besties dropping hidden jabs at Justin. The whole situation is giving Mean Girls energy, and we've witnessed a disturbing number of people exposing Blake's cold personality and main character energy. Blake and Taylor got a little too caught up in the Taylor Swift cinematic universe and forgot that real life has real consequences. So let's not get it twisted. Taylor Swift is no damsel in distress. She knows exactly how to maneuver in this industry, and this situation is no different. Of course, Swifties can keep believing the carefully crafted headlines, but the real ones see what's up. Oh, it is far from over, y'all, because guess what? Justin Baldoni is intending to use those Deadpool scenes to prove his case. Baldoni's attorney, Brian Friedman, already sent a letter to the Disney CEO and Marvel Studios in which he asked the studio to preserve any documents regarding Baldoni and the creation of Nice Pool, a minor character in Deadpool and Wolverine uncovering that internet sleuths and Friedman himself say star writer-producer Ryan Reynolds used to mock Baldoni. Cannot wait to see how this plays out in court. And oh, by the way, there is now an official court date, March 2026. So this is over a year from now because this drama is about to be legally dissected. Many people believe Blake is going to reach out to settle because with the kind of compromising footage out, this is pretty much an open and shut case. But until then, y'all already know we're barely scratching the surface, and as always, I'll be keeping you posted on every single update. Thanks, loves, for watching, and I'd love to hear your opinions on this. Do you think Ryan low-key hates Blake and that the mean comments have gone too far, or are people just reaching? Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.